Okay guys, so this is a question which many of you are going to have and are having about the next Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. So the game has been leaked that it's in development. A couple of leakers have confirmed on Twitter. Talking about the tweets also, Super also confirms DBS Chronicles about something quite unique, which I know it will annoy some people guys, but let me just explain to you why this is going to be the case. So he's saying the following: DBS Chronicles says, I can confirm from my end that the Xenoverse 3 has been in development for quite some time, so that could be potentially 2 years more or less. The release is going to be sometime in 2024 and it will be for new gen consoles. So effectively, PlayStation 4, it's not gonna happen, guys. I know most of you guys who play Dragon Ball, you play it on the PlayStation. You don't really play it on the Xbox One X because these type of games, usually people play them more on PlayStation, and also in Japan, like 90% people play this on the PlayStation. So talking about the PlayStation 4, why this is not gonna happen and why it makes so much perfect sense. You see, by 2024, the amount of games which are going to be published for the PS4 is going to be very, very small. At the same time, people are going to transition to the PS5 and the Xbox One X, alright? So as you can imagine, sorry, Xbox Series X. So as you can imagine, by 2024, we have 2 years to go from now, maybe even more than 2 years. So people are going to transition 100%, or like a lot of people are going to be there, gonna sell their consoles, get a new one. And because of that, it doesn't make any sense. Now the next one is, of course, the use of the new engine. So for example, the Unreal Engine 5, we have some interesting videos here. I wanted you guys to look at this one here. So this is the Unreal Engine 5 Superman demo. I don't have any Dragon Ball Unreal Engine 5 videos, unfortunately. There's nothing there, but this one should work because this is a perfect example of a person modding the Unreal Engine 5. So as you can see here, for this one from GameRacks, the quality of the gameplay, as you can see here, is just crazy. Like, we have a Superman game using effectively what is a model, right, and the Matrix game, which was released by the Epic Games effectively as a demo. So this is a tech demo. Obviously it's very basic, there's nothing much to it, but it just shows the capability. So this sort of game can never work on the PS4. It's just going to be very difficult. You have lots of limitations, like you cannot do whatever you want with it, and this is why I believe that it just doesn't make any sense for the developers to kind of like crunch all that good quality content of a PS5 game into a PlayStation 4 and then have to work on optimization, because optimization is a really big thing in development, guys. Like optimizing a Dragon Ball game for a PS5, just imagine for a second, and putting it into a PS4 is going to be hell. I mean, we have the example of Cyberpunk 2077. People knew that the game on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One X was going to be crap, because you cannot make a game like that work properly without like a humongous amount of optimization. It can work, but you have to put all the resources. Now, a company like Bandai Namco, when they develop a game, they want to be as cost effective as possible. Because of that, of course, they are not going to effectively let people develop the game for effectively two different consoles at the same time, and also the Xboxes. It's just too much cost, too much money there involved. So because of that, it just makes more sense why, for example, when they release the game, they would focus on the next gen console. Now, the question is it gonna be Unreal Engine 5? Obviously, I don't know, guys. I mean, Unreal Engine 5, for example, this is a perfect gameplay example of that. It's really cool. It's great. It's amazing. I mean, will they keep some of their proprietary software? I think that would be a really bad idea, especially because by 2024, Unreal Engine 5 is going to be used by the vast majority of developers because it's easy to use, it's easy to scale. You can create a massive open worlds with it. It has like built-in AI, built-in lightning, built-in like physics, built so many built-in things. So it's like it's a ready package. That's why Kingdom Hearts, for example, Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be 100% purely developed on Unreal Engine 5. They're already moving to the engine because it's just so much easier and so much better, and the fidelity is going to be amazing. So any game releasing effectively at some point in 2023, 2024, using a previous gen engine is actually going to affect them massively, because they cannot scale up to the point they want, and also they're going to suffer in terms of optimization. So yeah, so I guess, guys, the answer to this is, of course, is this a good thing? Is this a bad thing? I mean, I know there's many of you guys, especially people of you guys who cannot afford to buy a PS5. Even if you sell your PS4 and some of your games you cannot afford it. Now, some of you guys, you don't want to sell your PS4 because you want to keep it for like collection purposes. You want to keep your physical gains because you're like a collectionist, and that's completely down down to you. For example, my personally, I don't have that obsession. Like, I don't have barely any physical games. Once I play the game, I finish it, I just sell it, because I don't have that obsession of having my collection, because it just collects dust and you're not gonna play them anyway. So what's the point, right? I mean, yes, you can look at them, it's like, oh my god, look at this beautiful collection, but what's the point, guys, right? So this is the question that you have to ask yourself. Is it worth it to have your collection of old games you're never gonna play there, or you just sell the freaking games on the console and they can play the next gen game, enjoy it, and have more space in your house or your flat, right? Which makes sense. But anyway, of course, that's a personal preference question. Some of you guys are going to disagree, some of you guys are going to agree. I know some of you guys really love to have your collection there, so it's completely up to you. But this is just kind of confirmation that yes, we will definitely get a next-gen game. It's been in development for quite a few years, which of course makes sense. As I said before in my previous video, Kakarot, for example, was in development for about 2 years before it was even officially announced. So this is going to be the same situation. So I expect Xenoverse 3 to be in development for at least 3 to 4 years in the total lifespan. So development of this game could have started some point in 2020 most likely, and it released in 2024, so that will give it a proper 4 years of cooking. Just to give an example, the One Piece Odyssey, which is going to be releasing in 2022, that game development started in 2017, I believe. So as you can imagine, even that game has been in development for like 5 years before actually releasing it. All right, so as you can see, guys, when you're creating a massive game, development is going to be a huge thing. And that's it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you enjoy this information, of course, confirmation, and don't be disappointed, because we're gonna get better quality, we're gonna get better physics, better graphics, and if it doesn't happen, then people are going to complain massively, because if they develop this game, Xenoverse 3, for the PS4, they're gonna complain that the game is not good enough, it doesn't have any like I'll say forward advancing, it doesn't have any better graphics, doesn't bring any innovation, because you cannot bring in more innovation on the PlayStation 4, you're just limited by the hardware, and of course the memory. So the memory, the SSD memory, is going to be key in Dragon Ball, because then you can actually make these massive fights, and loading is going to be gone, basically, so you can do all these things which you could never done on the PlayStation 4. You can just go to different places, go different areas straight away, do massive explosions, exploration could be just seamlessly between planets and stuff. So all that good stuff is not possible on the PlayStation 4. So again, another reason why having a next-gen transition is just what makes perfect sense. But guys, that's it for today's video on Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3. I shall see you later in the next one. Bye.